Good afternoon, friends and traders. Welcome to the market recap. It is Monday, August 9th. I am Dan Hodgman. I hope you guys have all had a great day. Hope you all had a really nice weekend. Weather was nice in some parts of the country. I know here it was pretty gorgeous out for the most part. We had a nasty rainstorm coming Saturday night, but Sunday turned out to be a gorgeous day, and then we're back to the rain today. It is the brightest it has been all day out there right now. I hope you guys are finding some good weather where you're at, and I hope you're finding some great trade opportunities. Looking at some of these markets, there was some great opportunity presented, but they were tighter. They weren't these huge, big moves we're always looking for. We saw the gold take place last night. Lot to think about. That has a lot to do with what's going on economically right now. There's some major concerns out there. We have pushed through another infrastructure bill, $3.5 trillion here in the United States. We'll see how that one goes through. It's going to be interesting about that one. That involves a whole lot of things, including limiting crypto regulation. And apparently the Treasury says they won't oppose it. We'll see what that really means as time goes on. You've got a lot of things sweeping the country as opposed to vaccines. We'll leave it at that. You can do your own research there. But the craziest things, job openings. You know, there's been a lot of talk around this, right? You can see it from your local fast food chains. They are trying to hire. They're having a hard time filling roles. They're putting out some great little bonuses there to get people to come in. You're seeing it all over the place. I mean, I see it a lot here where I'm at. People are struggling to fill those roles. And right now you have, for the first time ever, 10 million job openings here in the United States. So if you need a job, there's plenty out there. Let's see if you can find the right one for you. So that's kind of what we got going on here in the United States. We've also got the markets moving. Crude oil opened up this morning, and it's just been a slow grind. From the lows we saw in the overnight session once London opened up, that market just kind of slowly crept higher and higher. Never closed the gap back towards settlement price, but still, from our lows this overnight, we're almost down at $65, and we're almost back to 67. So a big $2 move there. When we take a look, we'll see if there were some good opportunities within that. You've got the S&P 500. A little bit of a volatile first half hour or so. I was kind of thinking we might see a little bit more opportunity here today. Not the case. Broke down towards the overnight lows and rallied its way throughout the day right back to settlement price. Looks like we're going to kind of end today down just a little bit. NASDAQ, on the other hand, was chop. It was a very choppy day. Same as the S&P. We had a volatile first half hour. And this kind of just worked a little above settlement price. Broke down to it a couple times, rallied above it. And this market's looking to end maybe 30 points up. So when you look at the NASDAQ and you're running up 40, down 40, it's a tighter day when you talk NASDAQ there. Gold, since it opened up, there wasn't trade. Simple as that. The volatility came in the overnight session. This market, once we opened up after John spoke, broke a little bit. Small little sell-off, nothing crazy. But there was maybe a little bit of a chance, but not anything in pivotal levels or things that we're looking at there. Euro, on the other hand, once that opened up, the equity market opened up there. That market started to break. It held above settlement price all night. Once it got below and accepted below settlement price, we saw a nice little break there. And the same principle applied to the 10-year note. That market was holding really nicely above settlement price. But once that equity market opened up, we saw equities creeping higher. I think the Dow made new highs, peeled off them a little bit. So you had treasuries work themselves lower once we accepted underneath settlement price. So I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Settlement price is a key level to always keep an eye on. You find opportunity to and away from it. Like I've always said, I look at settlement as one of two things. It's going to be a target. It's going to be an entry point. When the market's at it, I'm looking for some opportunity. Or if the market's away from it, I'm looking for some opportunity towards that settlement price. Lots are involved in making that decision. Let's see here. I want to say hello to everyone, and we'll take a look at these charts. Where's my mouse? Here we go. Brian, Tanya, Scott, Brett, Ricardo. Ricardo, what's up? Dag, stacking bananas. Can't get to work for people to work for my other business in Florida. I do see that's a common trend going on. No one does want to work. First job was at Burger King at 15. Not sure they'd get me to take that one back. I get that. Crypto portfolio starting to look better. Good. First job was TGI Fridays. Tanya, your first job. All right, let's see. I'm curious. What was everyone's first job? My first job, I've had a lot of interesting jobs so far. 1 second. I've had a lot of interesting jobs over my life, from felling trees to building boats. I think my first job was 13, 12 or 13, and was getting paid, I think it was $3.50 an hour, $4 an hour maybe, on the side to clean boats. And so that was my first job. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these charts real quick and see what we've got going on here today. All right, as always, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our crude oil. Like we've seen, crude oil has been breaking really nicely. We're not seeing it at the pumps just yet, but here's where we're at. We opened up this morning, and right off the open, we had a really nice move. This is what's going to catch my eye, right? We're not going to close the gap all the way back up towards settlement price, which happens to be, whoops, where'd my quote board go? All right. Settlement price, which happens to be 68.28. We're not seeing this market close that gap all the way. So once we see buyers coming in and bidding this market up, we're starting to see that we're transitioning our directional move. Our job from here is to find where the break is. Where's that break going to be so we can get in on the trend? We rallied right up to that overnight consolidation, broke from there, and we're making higher lows, so that's giving us a chance to kind of look for an opportunity. Once we see this break here and we see it start to hold, this is our opportunity to try and find that long chance. This is where it gets a little bit more difficult when we're not trading around the consistent levels that we look at, and that's absolutely okay. This is where you have to start to recognize those shorter time frame areas, shorter time frame possibilities. We saw the break almost down to $65. We know 65 is going to be a pivotal level. But once the market starts to show somewhat of a relief and a trend is shifting, that's where we start to look for opportunities. So to me, really the only chance we saw was after the initial pop. We look for the break. We look for that little bit of weakness. This is pretty obvious to me that transition is, or the change in direction is happening, and that's where I'm looking for opportunity. Next, we'll look at the S&P 500. This one's pretty simple, cut and dry in my opinion. You got settlement price up here at 44.29 half, 44.29 half. Market opened up this morning off of it, broke down, and we're sitting on our hands. We're not trading off a settlement price right off the open. The market breaks. We're starting to watch this break. Where's it going to go from here? That's going to be our bigger question. Are we going to maintain trend like we saw all night? We see the big move, but lightens up a little bit, gives us a chance to get in. That's what we got off the open. Market broke off a settlement price, came back down near the overnight consolidation, which became a pivotal location right here where today's value area low is going to be, right at 44.20. Was a very pivotal spot in the overnight session. We didn't have huge volume there, but those are key levels to pay attention to. Where was reaction? Where was volume holding above and below? Where was that price trading? Well, that's where we got the break to. Here's where we can start to ask ourselves, where am I going to get in? I'm probably going to hold on a little bit longer. I'm not crazy about getting in right there just yet off the first half hour, but once I start to see market transitioning, once I start to see it bringing in and holding volume, here's where I'm noticing. We have a nice spike of volume in the overnight session, but once we start pressing just a little bit higher, we're holding some volume. That to me is a sign of we might get a chance to see this work back towards settlement price. So that's probably where I'm going to start to wait. I'm not going to get in the first chance it comes down to by that 44.20. I'm going to be holding on a little bit longer, and if I have to get in a little bit more expensive to ensure that the market is direction, or I've chosen the proper direction, that's going to help me out get through that trade. Now, NASDAQ. NASDAQ was a little bit tighter, a little bit more choppy. When I look at this, I don't really see much trade from my style of trading. Big up, big down, big up, big down, big up, big down. Settlement price was right here at 15,095 half, 15,095 half. Market held above it. So the only thing I'm really seeing is maybe catching the buys, which happened to be yesterday's or Friday's point of control. That to me is probably the only trade I'm seeing. Looking for the market to break to settlement, trying to find an opportunity there, and I'm not looking for anything crazy to the upside. I'm maybe running. Interesting. We have tornado alarms going off, and it is not Tuesday test day. I might have to shut down here in just a moment. Settlement price was 95 half, point of control from yesterday. So if we watch the market break down towards point of control, that's where we're looking for an opportunity. Sorry, a little distracted here. Must have a tornado coming through. Gotta love living in the Midwest. All right, let's power through these because I probably should get out of the upstairs of my house. Gold, like we saw last night, gold, big break last night. John talked about this morning, and it got a little bit of relief. Once this equity market opened, it continued direction. To me, this is a really tough trade here. I'm going to be really hesitant after watching this volatility last night. We still have a low down here at 1677.9. 1677.9. All right, my phone's going off, everybody. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm going to have to sign on out here. Phone's going off. I'm getting that the alarm on the phone about a tornado in the area. So I'm going to go ahead and sign on out. I hope you guys all have a spectacular day. Stay safe. John will be here tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central Time. As a heads up, we may be a little bit earlier tomorrow with Coach's Playbook, just as a FYI. So keep that one in mind. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Stay safe, wash your hands, trade smart, and trade well. Look forward to seeing you guys in the markets. Take care, everybody.